ended the week at $6,529.65. Started the week with a cash balance of $6,318.83. And that gave us a total of How's it going? It's Rocky. Welcome to our newly minted Don't Lose Money Challenge. It's Friday the 13th. It's about 10:20 in the Pacific Coast in the morning. I decided not to trade today because, being superstitious and all, it is Friday the 13th. And essentially, it is week number 32 of our trading for the year 2021. Every Friday, I try to release content on my experience and results of trading futures, specifically the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I used to trade the E-mini, but after a bit of a hiccup, now I'm just trading the micro and hoping to scale back up to a mini. What I'm showing here is my 1 hour chart, and essentially I want to show you that I didn't trade much because I've been focusing on other things, and I really am just doing this mostly on the Globex market. And you can see here I've done about 5 total trades. 4 of those trades were winning trades, and 1 of them was a losing trade. And if you've watched my previous content, what I like to do is on my 5-minute chart, I draw a vertical line when I open a contract, and I denote that by this blue line. And if I'm shorting, then when I close the contract, I denote that with a purple line. And if I am bullish, then when I close the contract, I denote that with an orange line. So as you can tell here, I've essentially shorted 4 times. And on my last trade, I was bullish on that trade. So just rough summary for this week. This first trade after commission and fees, we shorted and made $42.48. The second trade here, I again shorted and we made $79.16. And as a reference, I was trading 6 micros for all of these. And on this third trade, our only losing trade for the week, I did short when I shouldn't have, but that's okay because I was disciplined enough to leave my stop loss in there, and we lost $255.54. And on this fourth trade here, if you actually check out the link above, I've been playing around with the experimental live stream, and this was the short that I did do. And for this trade, we made $130.96. And then our last trade is the long position here, and that gave us $215.96. So for the week, our total positive $210.82. Now here is my account statement that I usually show every week for transparency, and I do measure my success based on my cash balance. So no deposits and no withdrawals at all this week, and we ended the week at $6,529.65, and we started the week with a cash balance of $6,318.83. And that gave us a total of $210.82 for the week. If we divide that by 40 hours, regular 9 to 5 in the US, that gives you a hourly rate of $5.27. So not a livable wage, but the past few weeks, ever since I had that big screw up, I've been doing this more as a side hustle per se. It is a passion of mine, and I do want to continue doing what I enjoy doing, and hopefully scale back up and make some serious money towards the end of the year. So for our trade analysis, number 1, I'm going to talk about our losing trade for the week. We did lose $255.54 on this trade after commissions and fees, or rather including commissions and fees. And we shorted this, and our average is 131.50 we had 6 contracts that we opened on this position. And if you look here, candles are bearish at that time, and we shorted because our stochastic RSI was on the oversold area, and it was starting to diverge on the MACD. And then if you look on the tick base side, basically it hasn't reached the oversold side yet, but I was a bit more aggressive because of this crossover on the MACD here, and that's the main reason that I entered this trade. And I drew the horizontal line, so graphically you can see we're 35.1, 31.50 here, and you can see that for the first 15-20 minutes or so, I was making a bit of money, about 10 ticks. So really that's about $30 to break even. And after that, it's just been above that white line, so we're losing a lot, but it was a reasonable amount that it didn't really bother me. And so I left it there with a trailing stop, an OCO with a trailing stop on one end. And it was actually here right at 12:30, but I wasn't awake obviously for this one, where we actually got down to 35.108, where it would have been a good time to exit the trade. But hey, hindsight is 2020, and lo and behold, by the time it woke before the market opened, actually this was at 5:30, so an hour before the market opened, I was stopped out. And to me, even though it was a losing trade, I was quite happy that I didn't cancel my OCO. I let it do what it do. And really, first step of really being successful is accepting losses. So that was our losing trade for the week. So our trade analysis number 2 is our best trade of the week. This was our only long position, only bullish position for the week. And again, this is with 6 contracts, and we made $215.96 on this trade. We actually opened first with 4 contracts at 35.377, and I followed that with 2 more at 381, hoping to follow the momentum. And if you can see here, candles are pretty bullish on the time-based chart, and I entered because when my stochastic RSI reached the overbought side, and on the MACD I was seeing that diverging, so 2 lines are separating, or the histogram, as you can see, is increasing there. And if you look on the tick base side, they are in agreement, and you can see that I waited until our stochastic RSI was back on the overbought side, and also that the MACD is diverging. So with this trade, I held on a lot longer, and the reason I held on a lot longer is I was pretty much just watching my 1 hour chart. If you can see here, I entered at 12, so right at power hour during the US market. And I could have exited before the market ended, but I like what I was seeing on the 1 hour chart, so I just let it run overnight, and that's why you can see such a significant time here that passes for this trade for a time-based chart. But if you look at the tick base on the right here, not really anything to be worried about. A bit of a drawdown sure here right on right at 3 o'clock when the Globex market started, but again, nothing's that concerned me because it was way above my average. I placed my regular OCO with a limit on the top and a trailing stop in the bottom, and thankfully it worked out fine where I was able to exit at 35.459 at 6:30 this morning, Friday. I was stopped out of that, and for this trade it was basically a gain of $215.96. So you may ask, it's a bit counterintuitive how with day trading you're not supposed to hold anything overnight, but I changed my strategy a bit because I am dealing with a smaller account. I'm dealing with micro, where I can handle the swing a little bit, and to make some serious money on it, since I'm not really trading during the day, I need that time to be able to really gain a significant amount. And that's why I've been basically looking at the 1 hour charts a little closely. And with those 1 hour charts, as you can see here, when we shorted here, stochastic RSI was trending down, and then this short here is again trending down. The only mistake was on this losing trade here. It was a bit of a dip. I took an aggressive short, and lo and behold, I did not make money on this trade. Like what I mentioned, I could have made money here right at the 12:30 mark, but I was not awake, and I didn't have my OCO placed at the right location. And again, our trade number 4 here, again, stochastic RSI was trending down here, and MACD of course crossed over there. And our last trade, a bit of an aggressive entry, more shallow on the MACD, but stochastic RSI was heading on the overbought side. So something I'm looking more into for a 1 hour charts. I'm basically looking into if this can help me, and so far it's helping me with the micro. Don't recommend it if you are day trading, of course, or if you're dealing with e-minis and you have a small account. But so far this has been working for me. And thank you again for watching my content and following me weekly and with my progress. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, or maybe some don't, but really appreciate any feedback that you do have. And please do like and subscribe to content. And if you didn't learn anything, please give me another chance, and hopefully in the next content it'll be something where you learn something. All right, see ya.